What's going on, guys? M23 here, and as you can see, we've got another airsoft unboxing for you guys, and this is the M23 spring pistol, and obviously it's for ages 18 and up, and it's got hop up. Now this is in the barrel somewhere, so you can't actually change that, but the gun also comes with a silencer, as you can see in the bottom right there, and it's also made by Double Eagle, as you can see there's the branding. And let's take a look around the box, just a picture of the gun there, and here we have some specifications. It's a spring power, 190 FPS with 0.2 gram BBs, and with 0.12 gram BBs is about 260 FPS, 250, and the power range is about 40 meters. As you can see, the barrel length is about 107 millimeters, and the magazine capacity is about 25 BBs. So I've got my crusty knife here, so let's get into the opening. Just cut the two sellotapes. There's one. And there is the second one. And as you can see, we've got a nice manual to greet us right here. Just the usual, not to shoot someone in the face and stuff like that. You might want to read that if you're new to airsoft, but yeah. And of course there you've got the gun. Obviously there's a silencer with the orange tip. There's also an orange tip right there. And this gun is quite a big gun for a handgun. I must point that out. And you also get some BBs. So I'm just going to cut my way into this through the trigger spot. And yeah, let's open up the BBs. And just your average BBs that you usually get. Now these are probably Double Eagle BBs, 0.2 grams looks like, and they're good quality. You probably use these starting off. And there's a look at the mock silencer. It's quite a big size. If you see that on my palm of my hand, it's quite big, as you can see. And I don't have small hands. So it's just hollow, it just increases the accuracy of the barrel and the gun in general. Let's take a look at the main event of the show, the gun itself. Now straight away you can see that right there is a safety lever. So you just put your finger into the thumb and trigger spot, and straight away I can see that this gun has a lot of weight to it. And there is the mag release right at the bottom of the gun. So it's ambidextrous, so you can use it both sides. If you do that, it should drop out the mag. The mag is quite large as well, and it's got quite a lot of weight to it, as this gun does. If you just slot that back in, you don't need to press the trigger button. You just put that to a side. And we've also got a cleaning rod and an unjamming rod on this side. You can just put a cloth and clean your gun. And straight away from picking up this gun, I can feel that it's quite a weighty gun compared to other pistols I own. And the magazine is quite weighty as well. There's probably some weights inside here. And to fill this up, you just want to get a few BBs and just slot it in through the top. So there's a nozzle on the top. Just place your BBs into that, and it should go in. I'll have to put the next one in. So that's now loaded. And if you just pull the trigger back right from here, it drops back. It's quite a slow pull back, but this is a great gun for garden battles. I have actually tested this and give it a couple of shots, and it's got quite some power to it. It's got a working hammer. Now if we get the silencer, it just fits on top of the nozzle, and I'll demonstrate that right here. So the gun's barrel is metal inside, of course, and if you place the mock silencer just over it slowly, you don't want to put too much pressure when you lock it on, because it may break the mock silencer, because this is plastic, of course. It is strong plastic, reinforced, but yeah, so this is the gun. Now it doesn't even fit on the screen. And that's a huge gun with the silencer. And the iron sights are great on this. I'll try to demonstrate that. It's got like a little pin. And when it pulls back, it does release that bit of the gun. But nonetheless, it's a great gun. It's got good FPS, good power. But one thing I must say about the gun is that I'm fiddling around with it, and actually once you have this on there, you can actually cancel it when it's not actually loaded. If you put it on the safety right here, it actually cancels, so that's not one good thing about the gun I can notice straight away. And it's just a big gun in general for a handgun. It's got weights in here, I can feel it. And it's also got a little place here for a flashlight. It could probably work like that. Now this is a very inexpensive gun. If you're looking to buy a gun as a sidearm for even skirmishes or just garden battles, this is probably the one to go. Just to demonstrate the size, I've got a double eagle Colt M1911, and it's like jumping from an iPhone to an Android. I've got nothing against iPhones. I'm an Apple fanboy myself, but it's huge in size compared to that gun. By no means is the Colt M1911 small, but this M23 is just humongous. As I mentioned, this gun does have a working hammer, so even if the gun's not loaded, it does still pull back the hammer, as you can see. And one thing to note is when you're releasing the mag, make sure you put your hand underneath, because you don't want to drop that in concrete, and it probably will 100% chance of destroying your magazine. So note that when you're in the garden playing with this gun. So we're just going to take a few shots, load up the gun. So I've got the gun loaded right here, and we're going to do a bit of a firing test. Alright, it's ready. Get it lined up with the sights this time round. So thanks for watching, guys, and this is of course Devon56 out.